Hello, this is Mike from Marlin Financial Advisors. Today we're going to talk about the one fund portfolio strategy, which is a bit unique, but it's quite effective. We're going to talk about some benefits and how to actually execute it. So there's only one fund. We're going to use SCHD as an example. You could use a lot of different dividend income funds, but a SCHD right now is paying about 3.62. So that's the number we need to know. And then we're going to be using Social Security over here. And there's two components, Social Security, SEHD, but only one fund, okay? And the main premise is how long you're going to delay Social Security. So Social Security is going to be your stable income piece, right? It keeps up with inflation, has tax benefits, goes into, you can't outlive it, different things like that. Completely stable. So it's amazing. And then on the growth side, we're going to be using SCHD. So we kind of have a mix of the two, right? SCH or the growth side is great because you can give it for inheritance and can outpace inflation and can eventually help your income grow in the future. All right, let's move on. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at 62, 67. You can delay Social Security different dates. Today we're looking at 62 and 70. So I pulled up here. Let me show you my other screen here. Okay, so I have the Social Security, just an estimator up, and we're going to say someone was making $100,000 and they're going to start their benefit basically now. How much would they get? So they would get $1,721 a month now, or $3,400, basically double it by the time they're 70. Okay, so let's go back over here. So 1721 in yearly numbers is 26,552. And then down here it doubles to about 41,052. Okay. And we're going to say we have $1 million portfolio here. Okay. You could change your numbers however you'd like. And that's producing $36,200. And so combined income, if we just started it right now and did kind of the simplest approach, the combined income would be 57,000, roughly $57,000. Okay. Now let's see how much the income could be if we waited till age 70 for Social Security and what would be affected here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch my screens again and we're going to go back over to here. And not this, but the tips ladder. So what we're going to do is you can go to this website, tipsladder.com. You're going to build a tips ladder that's going to get us income from age 62 to 70 that's inflation adjusted, just like the Social Security, that's backed by the government, just like Social Security, at the amount Social Security is. So we're going to put in here Social Security at 62, which would be right now 2652, and we're going to say build us a tips ladder, which are investments that are going to give us that much each year. And so then it's going to give us the purchase costs, and in total, it's going to cost about $153,000. I'm going to round that to 155 here, but it's going to tell you exactly what securities you need to buy to have this income for the year. And it's a little chunky, depending if you get one extra tips earlier or later, so you can see how these numbers aren't exact. But that's what we're going to do. And so that's going to give us that $20,600 for 8 years while we're delaying Social Security. So it feels like we're getting the Social Security check, but we're actually not, and we're letting it defer and grow. And let's come back over to the whiteboard here. Okay. So we said it's going to cost us 155,000. So our portfolio would be 845 there, and they would be producing an income of 30,589. And I'm ignoring growth of this, right? Just to simplify and to show you the concept that we're kind of talking about here. So numbers would change. I'm not talking about taxes here. I'm keeping it as simple as possible. But as you can see, we've gained, what's this? Our income has doubled for life, or your income has doubled for life by $20,000, let's say, but you've only lost 6,000 in dividends. Now this would grow a bit, and so maybe the dividend difference would be a bit, but it's not much difference. And so when we total these numbers together, we get roughly $71,000. So just by doing the strategy, pulling out some money just to do a tips ladder to delay, you now have $71,000 in today's dollars. You're getting inflation adjusted, guaranteed by the government for the rest of your life. Well, this portion is. This is a typical dividend portfolio, and you didn't sacrifice much, right? You gained $14,000 of income with just like one little small tweak and waiting some time. And this has nothing to do with, if you're going to die early, then maybe the calculations are different, but we just don't know that, right? So I'm going just off the numbers, right? I would do this. I would defer, make up the income a different way. Tips is the best way to get, make sure inflation isn't an issue. And then at age 70, you're killing it because your Social Security check is huge and you still have a lot of your portfolio. This can still be inheritance. This can still be safety net, right? It's still going to grow. And you just didn't sacrifice that much in your portfolio value to get you to age 70. And so what I want you to think here is, because I specialize in income portfolios, right? Is from an income standpoint, you can sit here and you can say, okay, well, if I don't delay Social Security, I get the lowest amount of income, and the most would go towards my heirs, right? And then I can delay it to 70. I get the most amount of income, and a slightly less goes to my heirs or my legacy. And you can fall anywhere in between, right? So you can kind of pick your income point you want to be at for your retirement, and then stick in there. Maybe at age 67, it's paying you 65,000 or 63,000 or something. You're like, I like that. That's the right balance between income now and leaving a legacy later. That is what I want to talk about. I don't want to make this run on for too long. If you have any questions, please let me know. Like if this helped you, so I know what videos are helping people and what's not. Take care.